Hey, I got a seed for you today. Connect with me outside of comfort zones for a bit. I wasn't gonna, record, but something in me said, "Hey, share this." Always be willing to try new things, or rather, always be willing to learn new things. We were not put here to just learn one thing and stick with that one thing forever. And that could be, something that you learned in school or things that you learn, just in books that you read. We were put here for expansion, right? We were not put here just to be one thing and then that's it for the rest of our lives. One thing that I love and always have admired about myself is if I'm interested in something, I have no problem giving it a try. And that is what I hope and pray for everyone. If there is anything that you are interested in, it does not matter if you plan to use that something that you're interested in, go for it. If there's a course that you want to take that course, right? You never know where it will take you, where it will lead. There are so many things that I have learned in life, and this is not for me to gloat or whatever. It's more so for me to share my story and to share my experiences to hopefully inspire and encourage you to try out those things that you're interested in. I didn't share my story on here really, but I do speak in bits and pieces about when I spent time in prison. So I was incarcerated for 4 years. It was due to a domestic dispute with my oldest child's father. This was 22 years ago, 21 years ago. When I first was incarcerated, I was young, 19, 20. And when I first went to prison, I unfortunately didn't have my high school diploma. I was one credit short, right? So I had to take a class to get my GED once I made it into the prison. Now, while in the prison, because I always consider myself a forever student, excuse me, because I always told myself, even from young, that I was going to be a forever student because I just love to learn new things. Like I just have a knack for knowledge. It does not matter if I am ever going to use it. I just like to, learn new things. But while I was waiting to get into the GED course, I took an HVAC course. Okay. Once I got into the GED class, when they realized, like that I didn't really need help, I started helping other people. But in the meantime, I started looking into college classes. And while I was taking the HVAC course, I started to look into taking the electrical course, right? I wasn't even interested in optics, but because it was something that posed a challenge, because everybody complained that it was the hardest class, at that time in my life, I said, you know what? I am strong enough to take on all challenges. And I went and took that course. Now, throughout the time, like there were so many mishaps during my incarceration to where I had to enroll in a class 2 or 3 times. That's neither here nor there right now. But I learned about optics in prison, and I am a New York State licensed optician. I made that into a career. But again, while I was incarcerated, I did HVAC. I did the optical course. I took college classes. I did the GED. And there was also another course that I wanted to take, but because I was getting close to the time for me to, get released, they wouldn't allow me to sign up for the class. Now, when I came home, because I still had, had it in my brain that I wanted to become an electrician, there is a program in New York, and at the time, it was a very new program. It was called Non Traditional Employment for Women, and it was a program to introduce women into the construction field. And guess what? I went and I signed up for that class because you couldn't tell me that I wasn't going to school to become an electrician. Now, during this time, I also learned a little bit about carpentry, plumbing, and again, not sharing to gloat, sharing to inspire and encourage. Over the last few years, I want to say over the last 12 years. I've taken creative writing classes. I am a certified Kundalini yogi. I am a certified herbalist. And I'm not going to say that I don't do anything with these certifications, right? I do, but at the same time, like I said, I share this basically to say if there's anything that you are interested in, do not limit yourself. We are limitless individuals, we are limitless creatures. Give it a try. Like, just try it out. It does not matter if you plan to do anything with it. There are still so many things that I am interested in, and guess what? I am going to give them a try. I am going to learn how to do this stuff just because I have this knack for knowledge and I love learning. We are people, who are here to learn. The world is expansive, it has so much to offer you. So please, whatever it is, that you're interested in, that thing that's on your heart, but you may think you're too old, you're too young, or you don't have the time. Make time for it, make time for you. Always be willing to learn something new. I thank you for watching, and if you are enjoying the videos, please like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, I love you.